And we are back. This should be the Wednesday video, a little earlier than it would normally come out, being our celebration of making it through 19 weeks of Droughtlander. Yes, no new episodes have been shown in those 19 weeks, and we are suffering through, but we are going to make it. I literally just had to go check and make sure it was 19 weeks. Has it really been 19 weeks? Oh my gosh, it's been 19 weeks. Okay, so to celebrate making it this far, I have a little bit of everyone. We've got Graham, we've got Stephen Cree, we've got a little bit more Katrina, and of course, we have some more Sam. So stay tuned. Let's see what we've got. And yeah, we're going to start off with something that has to do with the future of Outlander, or at least the past of Outlander. I don't know how we were going to put that. Yeah, so here we have the very first real tangible news about Blood of My Blood. In January, that's like in a month, they're going to start filming Blood of My Blood. And what we've got here is basically a warning and a little bit of backstory for those of you who are not aware. Blood of My Blood is going to tell the story of Jamie's parents and how they met. A lot of characters will all be familiar with from Outlander, but the story itself is going to be nothing with Jamie, nothing with Claire. It is completely the past and that story that we've heard about Brian stealing away Jamie's mother. So it'll be a different story, and yet still that love story that shouldn't really happen, shouldn't really work, but kind of does. Or at least that's the goal of this story. They're trying to bounce off and use that same kind of love story that had us falling for Jamie and Claire's story so easily, forced together, whether they like it or not, and just sort of happen to fall in love. Of course, Jamie admits he loved her beforehand, but that's not the point. The point is they're trying to play off that and extend the success of the Outlander universe by giving us this prequel. And the list of closures have already been released. This is in Glasgow, I believe, where the filming will be taking place. I just double checked it is Glasgow. And this is the full list of closures here. They've got streets, they've got times, they've got dates. So anybody living in the Glasgow area, if you get a chance, this is a great chance to go and see some of the filming. I'm sure if you do live in the Glasgow area, you're used to looking for this stuff. But we've got January 22nd, January 7th, January 25th, January 25th. And so there is at least a day and then about another four. So not quite a week's worth of filming going on there on the streets of Glasgow. It does show that the story is continuing, or not continuing, prequeling. I don't know the proper English to even get that idea in there, but the prequel will be taking place and is already in filming, which means, of course, they've already got everybody cast. I need to find some information about this, and hopefully I will. When I do, I'll, of course, be sharing it here. Now we're going to switch gears and actually talk about some of the actors again. I know that wasn't huge news, but that is information that was handy, and I was glad to be able to bring a little something current. Right now I'm going to move on to Stephen Cree. You know, Steven shared this one with us. It says, press night of Stranger Things first shadow boyfriend of Instagram wearing the great Ted Neely's face on my chest. And so we've got a couple of images here shared by Steven while he is at this premiere for Stranger Things on Netflix. Oh, Getty Images, always handy. Always got good pictures for us to share. And it just looks happy and charming. We'll have to see what happens. I don't know if you're a Stranger Things fan. I got into the first season and just couldn't really get into the rest of them, but that happens sometimes. I might try to rewatch sometime. But right now, I'm going to move on to Mr. David Barry's post, who he doesn't post often, but he often posts just amazing sights. So David Barry is in, I believe, Tokyo with these, and we've got some wonderful fishies swimming around. Love, love, Unko, happy. I don't know what this stands for, but I like the purple toilet. I don't know if I have much more to say about that. Mr. Barry didn't say a whole lot on his post. He just posted. So I think we're supposed to come up with our own little fun things to say here. We've got some fresh sushi being made. I have had sushi. It's not bad. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, that's interesting. I was going to say beautiful. I'm not sure what are those. Oh, they're just lights hanging down, or maybe they're crystals catching lights. It's very interesting and pretty. Oh, that's a lovely walkway. And the changing leaves. I live in Indiana, so the changing leaves are kind of a comfort thing, I think, for us to show that the seasons are changing, that the year is coming to an end. So those are really beautiful. Let's see what else he shares. Oh, yep, he was in Tokyo Disney or whatever Disney is called, and that is very much like we get here. Color scheme's a little different, but yeah, went to Disney last summer, Disney World, and we've got a nice meal here. What are is that seaweed? Not the green. Looks like green onion sprouts. It looks like something shiny here. I'm not sure what that is. If you know what that is, tell me below because I'm not sure. And a couple more images here of just the beautiful outdoors in the area where he's visiting. I do love it when our stars who are able to travel more than some of us share these great pictures. Oh, well, there you go. Uh, Great big balloon cats walking down the street of Tokyo Skytree West entrance. I have no idea what the Tokyo Skytree is, but that's the west entrance, and apparently there are walking balloon cats that you should watch out for. And of course, every country has graffiti. Alexander plus dad. Oh, I'm guessing his son is Alexander. Yes, probably. Okay, Alexander plus dad. Oh, yeah, a couple of different things going on here. Somebody was here, May of 23. And as I am just going through actors today, I'm going to go and check out something that is for our very own Richard Rankin. All right, this one is posted by Outlander Stars. 8 years ago, and this is from 3 days ago, Richard Rankin officially joined the Outlander cast, and the rest, as Roger might say, is history, because Roger might say that as a historian. We've got Roger, aka Richard Rankin, sitting right at that desk, looking very official. Of course, he should be sitting right there. He's the very scholarly fellow that he is. And there we go. This was, I'm guessing, from season 8 after they'd gotten back. So there's Roger just looking out to Scotland, happy to be home. Of course, this scene behind the scenes is very familiar. He's all set up in his kilt. I believe he was talking to the class about how to curse in Gaelic. So, yeah, I think that's a useful skill. Again, United States, Indiana, I can curse in Spanish. It's helpful. And just a great image of him looking very much himself. At least what I think. That looks like what Richard would just look like when he's not on camera. Maybe, yeah, he's Scottish. He'd have the woolly sweater, right? Yeah. Yeah, so a little celebration of Richard there. Glad he joined the cast. He's been a fantastic Roger. Really couldn't picture anybody else playing Roger. And he's gone through so much on camera. The rest to come, still going to be pretty darn interesting. So let's stay tuned for that second part of season 7 and see what else I've got here up my sleeve. All right, here we got another one. Can't do a video without some Graham. Well, I did the other video without some Graham, but we got some video, Graham. Today, my wonderful friend and mentor in all things gym taught me a new dance move. Just make sure you have plenty of room on the dance floor in case of droppage. Many thanks to Sam Heughan for letting me steal one of his sleeveless tops. And of course, to T. Richards and dancing sleeve tops in and out with an around object. Why? Gotta love the hashtags there, Graham. Thank you for being very, very blunt this time. But yeah, I mean, these people have to stay physically fit, and how else do they do it than by working out regularly? Check out those guns. Good job, Graham. Not that you need to do it for me, but it's nice to see that people are able to stay healthy when they're acting. I don't know, for some reason, I think that actors are just sitting around, and of course, they aren't. Now, I did promise you another Katrina in this video, and it is small because, again, she doesn't share too often, but what she does, it's almost always worth looking at. And yeah, so we've got this great image of Kat smiling, just kind of hanging out with her friends. But what it is this was shared by Balfe Nation. Cropped photo of Katrina attending the private event in honor of Oliver Jeffers and his new book, Begin Again. New York Times, Rich Gillian is who took the original photo, I'm guessing, and then we have a slew of hashtags for Katrina and book launch party and Oliver Jeffers, Begin Again, and New York Times. So this there we go. She's again at a function, but still looking relaxed, nice jacket. Happy to see her happy, and she is. And that picture in Monday's video must have been a little older from another time when she'd gone blonde, because you can see it's fairly consistent throughout in this image. It's funny how some shows you can tell if they've begun filming by the way the actor's hair has changed, but we know that Outlander is so used to having wigs that the actor's hair really doesn't need to be changed too much, except for Sophie Skelton's, because she doesn't really do a wig. I don't believe that's her hair, and they just color it for her filming. But everybody else, whose hair is different than their natural hair, it's wig time. They've aged Jamie and Claire too much to just have them do little white sprigs through their hair. So I guess they kind of get away with a little more freedom in their look, regardless of whether it's filming time or not. And then I do believe I have one last thing to share from Sam. Just have to locate it. I know. Yes. I do have this really fun clip of the couple next door behind the scenes with Sam.
I smash into him.
And he goes,
I crash into Pete.
you crash into Pete.
And scene.
Well, it looks like everybody's very happy about something, but I have to tell you that I can't understand what the translation is there, so I have no idea what that something is. Director, the series Couple Next Door.
And he goes,
I crash into Pete.
you crash into Pete.
And scene.
Yeah, I cannot tell what they're all clapping about, but they're all very happy about something. But this is a clip behind the scenes, and I will take any behind the scenes with Sam, because we're going to watch the show whether it gets good reviews or not. And it's nice to see how things are put together and watch people's joy as a project does come together. And again, just happy to see that they're having fun and it isn't all just work they are doing begrudgingly. And that is all I'm going to have in this video. I do hope that even though things were kind of oddly arranged for these last two videos, that you got something good out of it. We found out that season 8 is filming. We found out that Blood of My Blood is filming soon. We found out that Katrina is still out in the world doing things and partially a blonde still. Graham works out. Sam's been out signing things. It's been a busy couple of weeks. It's been a busy couple of months for him, and it's not going to get any less busy as filming begins on Outlander. Now, I am off to go make sure that things are in mildly decent order for my recovering daughter. Thank you again to everybody for the well wishes on her surgery, on her recovery. I loved hearing everybody's stories about when they got their tonsils out when they were 6, 7, 8, 16. I have no worries that she will come through just fine, and that she will be happy to have every kind of ice cream we can possibly get her in the next week. Thank you so much for joining me today and on Monday as well. Thanks so much for your continued support of this channel. If you'd like to be a subscriber or a patron, please check out those links below. Again, if you want to join me today and you're catching this before 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be on Zoom doing an Outlander fan chat that will not be streamed live. It is just for us, and hopefully I will see you there. And until the next video, please check out some of my earlier content, and I will see you there.